Christopher Nolan's shocking The Prestige makes magic unholy again. In the Edwardian era, a pair of London stage magicians played by Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale are locked in a war escalating from sabotage to maiming to murder. Michael Caine stars as the engineer of theatrical magic props who comes across a greater talent in his own field. A wizard, he says. He means the peculiar reclusive Nikolai Tesla, played in a wizardly piece of casting by David Bowie. Scarlett Johansson is the woman caught between these two bitter rivals.
Boring. Come on, give me something fresh. He won't even try a bloody bullet catch.
A bullet catch is suicide. All it takes is some smart-ass volunteer to put a button in the barrel.
A real magician tries to invent something new that other magicians are going to scratch their heads over.
I suppose you have such a trick, Mr. Baldner.
Actually, I do.
Would you care to sell it to me?
No. No one else could do my trick. Any trick can be duplicated, right, Mr. Cutter?
Wrong.
If you want to see what it takes to make real magic, go to the Tenley. You two go and see that show, and whichever one of you can tell me how he does the goldfish bowl trick gets the prize.
Right. Which is?
10 minutes on stage with my old friend, the top theatrical agent in London.
I found this a shocking film in some respects, but very exciting. It's an immensely complicated story that almost gets baffling in parts. But I think the war between these two magicians says as much about show business as Flags of Our Fathers, but only in a much more mesmerizing and horrifying realm. I did enjoy this. Well, you tell me, which you weren't as fond of it.
No, I made the mistake of reading the book the week before I saw it.
Yeah.
And I know you don't compare books to what they're films.
I think it's perfectly
But what I
valid.
was hoping Nolan would do was really bring out more of this obsession and character that both men have, and really go into that section. Instead, he reinvents half the story and gets himself into a whole load of problems, makes the situation more complex for himself and the viewer because he's only concerned with story. And in the end, I was very disappointed. I was really looking forward to this film. For example, in the beginning of the film, both men are reading each other's diaries. But you don't know when. You don't know what the time sequence is.
Eventually you do. Eventually you do get that all straightened out.
Eventually you do, but you don't know how they came into this, where they are in their relationship. And it's very confusing. Who's he reading? My wife bent over and asked me. I thought the other guy was reading something.
Oh boy, yeah, see, I wasn't sitting next to somebody who was trying to explain it. I did sit next to somebody that hated it, but I did find this, I found all my questions answered satisfactorily. And the lead up to the fact that this not only does a very unfussy, very good-looking shot of the Victorian era, the Edwardian era, it also had little elements of such horror classics as The Fly and House of Wax too. I thought of the Vincent Price version. I was as a fan of that old time horror, and we'll get into that a little bit later. I was deeply pleased by this, and I just wish that Nolan had handled the reveal.
In the end, Richard, this became merely an entertainment, and Nolan's idea of illusion and reality,
sophisticated entertainment,
and identity, which he has pursued in Insomnia, and certainly before that in Memento. He's moving away from this now and just giving us entertainments. I was very, very disappointed in this film.
Okay.